Here's the type of matchup that the Summer League dreams of. Let's go. 1v2 out in Vegas. Cooper Flagg and the Mavs taking on Dylan Harper and the Spurs. 4 Eastern in Sin City iteration of this year's Summer League. Harper's missed San Antonio's first 3 games out in Salt Lake, with a minor groin injury, but is set to go all the way live as all 30 squads open up tournament play this weekend. Our NBA analyst David Dennis Jr. is fresh off a Cowboy Carter appearance and with us now on SportsCenter. David, in that tilt between the top 2 overall picks, why exactly should Harper be paying attention to what Bronny James just did against Cooper Flagg?
Yeah, sometimes these players, when they have these marquee matchups in Summer League, they can play like too cool for school and act like it's just a regular game and a regular scrimmage. Bronny came out there in that first game against Cooper Flagg and said, I want the smoke. I want to defend this guy. I want to go at him from the jump. And I think that could set the pace for what we see from Harper when he's going against Cooper Flagg. A lot of people are assuming that Cooper Flagg is just going to be Rookie of the Year. And Harper come out here and say, no, wait, hey, let's remember, I'm going for not just Rookie of the Year, but the 3rd straight Spur to do this. Well, I got something at stake here, too. And I think that if we have this kind of matchup that feels like high stakes in Summer League, we could have a really exciting game tonight.
No, the tempo could certainly be established early on in this one for sure. Now, let's rewind just a little bit. Which top 10 pick is leaving you most impressed after their debut Friday?
I love what I saw from Trey Johnson. I'd already thought that he was kind of as close to a steal as you can get at number 6 for the Wizards, with the way that he can score, with the way that he can catch fire. And last night, he just looked like a guy who had control of the offense. Like, he can get hot at any moment. He had some incredible plays, namely when he threw the ball off a defender's leg like an N1 mixtape, did a little hot sauce out there. I don't know if it was a mistake or not, but it looked cool as hell. Went out there, 18 points, looked like somebody who can catch fire and really put up a lot of points for that Wizards team. I love what Trey Johnson did. He was kind of the MVP of the night for me. Besides, of course, Beyonce at the Cowboy Carter show was the real MVP of everything. But we're keeping it basketball. We're going to talk about Trey Johnson.
Understood. Yeah, and you and Scooby were on the same page with that N1 mixtape call out, because that's exactly what it felt like. Wizards and Nets get going Sunday. Catch that one at 8 Eastern on ESPN2. Got a full slate for y'all today across E1 and E2 that gets cracking at 4 Eastern from Summer League. DD, appreciate you, big dog.
And this is the type of matchup that the Summer League hype train gets going for. 1 versus 2. Cooper Flagg, Mavs taking on Dylan Harper, Spurs. That's tonight in Sin City. Harper missed San Antonio's first 3 games out in Salt Lake with a minor groin injury, but he is healthy, set to go, as well as all 30 squads opening up tournament play this weekend. And waking up with us from the West Coast, our NBA reporter, Tim McMahon. Okay, so you know the top pick, Cooper Flagg, his debut, from a statistical standpoint, wasn't the best. I mean, 5 of 21 from the field, 0 of 5 from 3. But he certainly impacted the game, especially during the most critical sequence. What's the Mavs plan, Tim, for Flagg heading into today's game?
Howdy, Brian. Very similar plan. They're going to put the ball in his hands, and they're going to ask him to make plays. They're asking him to create for his teammates, for himself. They want him to be aggressive. They want him to be uncomfortable. He's not comfortable taking 21 shots in that many minutes, but they want him to expand his game, experiment a little bit, and trust me, they're not sweating the field goal percentage. Never one time in a Hall of Fame speech has Summer League field goal percentage come up. So they want Cooper Flagg to, again, take the same approach that he did in the Summer League opener. And then after this, we'll see. It'll be a kind of a game-to-game basis as far as how much more Cooper Flagg plays out here in Las Vegas.
Fans are also hoping to get their first glimpse of Wemby's future running mate and Dylan Harper. What are you hearing about the number 2 pick in tonight?
Well, as you mentioned, he has not played in this summer. They were also in the California Summer League, sat out the Vegas opener as well because of that minor groin injury. They are optimistic that he'll be able to play. Obviously, this is a spotlight type of game as far as Summer League goes, 1 versus 2. I do anticipate that we will see Dylan Harper tonight. Certainly, though, the Spurs will err on the side of caution if anything comes up.
Dylan Harper, folks, is a bucket getter. He was the only D1 freshman over the last 20 seasons to have back-to-back 35-point games. Not even Cooper Flagg did that last season with Duke. By the way, you can catch Maverick Spurs today, 4 Eastern, right here on ESPN. Tim McMahon, thank you.
This here is the type of matchup that the Summer League hype train gets going for. 1v2 overall. Cooper Flagg and the Mavs taking on Dylan Harper and the Spurs tonight in the Sin City iteration of the summer season. Harper's missed San Antonio's first 3 games out in Salt Lake with a minor groin injury, but is set to go all the way live as all 30 squads open up tournament play this weekend. Christine Williamson with a host of others for Flagg's second game.
Thanks, guys, and welcome to Las Vegas. Cooper Flagg's debut was on Thursday night against the Lakers. We get to see him again against the Spurs. Udonis Haslem, what do you expect out of him in Game 2?
Well, as a defensive guy, first and foremost, I expect him to maintain his defensive intensity and his attention to detail. And on offense, continue to just be who you are. Just stack those good days, stack those good plays. I know you got in the film room, so when you have those isolations, you continue to take advantage of them. The offense will continue to progress. It'll continue to get better. You don't worry about that with Cooper Flagg. You just worry about him playing the game right way, putting him in uncomfortable situations, making sure he gets comfortable being uncomfortable. Everything else, I promise you, will take care of itself. He's the #1 pick. He's here for a reason.
Don't worry about the stats. That's what I'm worried about. That we should not focus about. I mean, I think we're going to see him a lot more as we saw in Game 1. We're going to see him at point guard. 6'9" player running point guard as far as getting out in transition. I think the one thing I want him to stay away from is settling on some of his shots that I think we saw a little bit in that Game 1 here. But I'm looking forward to see him. The goal in Summer League is just get better.
Right.
Get stack games and get better each game.
He said it was the worst game of his career. Do you feel like that's an over-exaggeration, a little dramatic?
Definitely. As a young kid, I know he wanted to come out and perform well, and I think he was looking at the points, shooting 5 for 21. He was saying that's not a good percentage, but we're not worried about that. It's not even the preseason. It's Summer League right now. We're not worried about that. We're worried about what you're going to be able to do in the regular season. As a basketball head, and Bobby knows this, we see the vision. Yeah. We know what it can look like when he's around guys like Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving, and these different guys. We know what that can look like.
Yeah, he had some good moments. We expect more of those when they take on the Spurs. Thanks, guys.
Well, NBA Summer League, Jay, and this is the type of matchup that gets people lit. 1 versus 2. Cooper Flagg, Mavs taking on Dylan Harper, the Spurs tonight in Sin City. Of course, Harper, well, he missed San Antonio's first 3 games out in Salt Lake City with a minor groin injury, but appears set to go all the way live tonight, as well as all 30 squads opening up tournament play this weekend. So let's bring in our hoops guru, the coach. Seth Greenberg is here with us. Of course, he's calling all the Summer League action down there in Vegas as well. Listen, there's so many shows in and around the Vegas Strip. I'm not going to get in your business. We're not going to ask you about what show you were at last night. We keep that. It's Vegas. It stays there in Vegas. But few of those shows have a generational talent like Cooper Flagg. So what are you looking for in his encore, Coach?
Cooper Flagg is who he is. Everyone got caught up in terms of 5 for 21. I don't put Cooper Flagg in a small box. I mean, he didn't have great offensive rhythm, but he impacts the game so many different ways. Now, look, he has to find out where his shots are coming from. A lot of the shots were created on his own. But right there, in a gap defensively, I call it defensive range, the ability to finish. He impacts the game defensively. He can back people down in transition, initiate brass break. A little Scottie Pippen-ish right there. So when I look at Cooper Flagg, this is Cooper Flagg. Defensive range, block, game's on the line. Push it in transition, make the right play. It's his versatility, it's his IQ, his ability to impact the game every time down the floor. His shot selection will improve. He'll make shots. I don't worry about the made and missed shots. It's his total game. And he will just continue to get more comfortable and get a rhythm offensively.
Yeah, I think we heard Jason Kidd saying, my goal is to make him uncomfortable, making him do a lot of things that maybe he didn't do in college. Let's talk about Dylan Harper. It looks like that he's trending towards playing today. Exactly 4 months since his last game he played there at Rutgers. What type of show do you think is he capable of putting on there in Vegas?
I absolutely love his game. About a 6'6" what I call ball guard, a scoring point guard, a physical driver, can shoot at the 33%, impacts the game defensively, is a physical, tough, hard playing player. His DNA, obviously. He's got a championship DNA, but he's got a toughness about his game. He's going to make plays in the open court. He's going to make plays off ball screens, a terrific passer, has great feel for the game. To me, Dylan Harper is a can't-miss prospect. He's got toughness, physicality, skill. He's a two-way player, and he's going to shoot the ball from the 3 better than he did in college. He is a fun player to watch because of the physicality in his game. Almost like watching you two guys. Jay Harris, it is great Not good to see you back in the studio, my brother.
Thank you, Coach.
That is fantastic. By the way, Dylan Harper, son of Ron Harper, will be sporting the number 2, not worn by a Spurs player since Kawhi Leonard. It's got a lot to live up to. Mavs Spurs, 4 Eastern, ESPN, and you can catch the coach there, Mark Ketchesher, Dave McMenamin for the call of Lakers Pelicans, 8:30 Eastern, ESPN 2. Thank you, Coach.